words of our Lord Sri Aurobindo. Our Lord Sri Aurobindo says, there is in the ashram no exterior discipline and no visible test, but the inner test is severe and constant. One must be very sincere in the aspiration to surmount all egoism and to conquer all vanity in order to be able to stay here. A complete surrender is not outwardly exacted, but it is indispensable for those who wish to stick on, and many things come to test the sincerity of this surrender. However, the grace and the help are always there for those who aspire for them, and their power is limitless when received with faith and confidence. With our love and blessings, says our Lord, Sri Aurobindo. Meaning and nature of the psychic being, taken from the book The Psychic Being, which is a collection of the words of our Lord Sri Aurobindo and our Divine Mother. The psychic being is a small portion of the Divine Mother. In the mystery of its selecting will, in the Divine Comedy, a participant, the Spirit's conscious representative, God's delegate in our humanity, comrade of the universe, the transcendence ray. She had come into the mortal body's room to play at ball with time and circumstance. A joy in the world, her master moment here. The passion of the game lighted her eyes. A smile on her lips welcomed earth's bliss and grief. A laugh was her return to pleasure and pain. All things she saw was a masquerade of truth, disguised in the costumes of ignorance, crossing the years to immortality. All she could front with a strong spirit's peace. But since she knows the toil of mind and life, as a mother feeds and shares her children's lives, she puts forth a small portion of herself, a being no bigger than the thumb of man, into a hidden region of the heart, to face the pang and to forget the bliss, to share the suffering and endure earth's wounds and labor mid the labor of the stars. This in us laughs and weeps, suffers the stroke, excels in victory, struggles for the crown, identified with the mind and body and life.
From below, answering her passive of divine complaint, a voice of awe took up the dial of faith. I am the man of sorrow. I am he who is nailed on the white cross. of the universe. To enjoy my agony, God built the earth. My passion He has made His dharma steel. I am the doer of demoniac deeds. I was made for good. Evil is my lot. What nature made me, that I must honor.
This in us laughs, this in us laughs and weeps, suffers the stroke, excels in victory, struggles for the crown, identified with the mind and body and life. It takes on itself their anguish and defeat, bleeds with fate's whips, and hangs upon the cross, yet is the unwounded and immortal self, supporting the actor on the human scene. Through this, she sends us her glory and her powers, pushes to wisdom's heights. Through misery's gulfs, she gives us strength to do our daily task, and sympathy that partakes of others' grief, and the little strength we have to help our race, we who must fill the role of the universe, aching itself out in a slight human shape, and on our shoulders carry the struggling world. This is in us, the Godhead, small and marred. In this human portion of divinity, she sees the greatness of the soul in time, to uplift from light to light, from power to power, till on a heavenly peak it stands a king. In body weak, in its heart an invincible mind, it climbs, stumbling, held up an unseen hand, a toiling spirit in a mortal shape. Prayers and meditations written by our Divine Mother. Page 273, date November 15, 1914. The one important thing is the goal to be reached. The road matters little, and often it is preferable not to know it beforehand. But what we need to know is whether the time for the divine action upon earth has really come, and whether the work conceived in the depths can be realized. Of this, O Lord, Thou hast given us the assurance, an assurance which has been accompanied by the most powerful promise that nature, the universal consciousness, can possibly make. Thus, we have the certitude that what must be done will be done, and that our present individual beings are in reality called upon to collaborate in this glorious victory, this new manifestation. What more do we need to know? Nothing. So, it is with the greatest confidence that we can witness the formidable fight, the onslaught of the adverse forces, which unknowingly finally serve in the realization of thy plan. We would be wrong to feel anxious because it is not given to us to know how it serves thy plan, and by what means thou wilt triumph over all existences, thou wilt triumph over all resistances, for thy triumph is so perfect that every obstacle, every ill will, every hatred raised up against thee is a promise of a still vaster and more complete victory. From the sum of resistances, one can gauge the scope thou wouldst give to the action of that among thy pure forces which is coming to manifest upon earth. What opposes is just that upon which it is the mission of these forces to act. It is the darkest hatred which must be touched and transformed into luminous peace. If the human individual thou hast chosen as thy center of action and thy intermediary, meets with few obstacles, few misunderstandings, a little hatred, it means that thou hast entrusted to him a limited mission without any intensity.
Heard the voice, Nico heard, and turning to her being of pity, spoke, Madonna of suffering, Mother of grief divine, thou art the portion of my soul, put forth to bear the unbearable soul of the world. But thine is the power to solace, not to save. One day I will return, a bringer of strength, and make thee drink from the eternal cup.
It is in the narrow circle of already prepared men of goodwill that he will act, and not upon the chaotic and confused mass of terrestrial substance. O Divine Master, this knowledge which thou hast given me, let us let all of us share, so that the peace of conviction may reign in our hearts, and we may, in the calm of thy sovereign certitude, confront with head held high all that unconsciously attracted to the transfiguration plunges headlong into blind ignorance, believing it will be able to destroy the transfiguring love.